Hello there, Leo. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of May the 11th through the 17th. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the thumbs ups and for sharing this video with other people who may find it helpful as well. And of course, thank you for the private readings. I appreciate all of your support because it does allow me to do what I love to do for my living. Let's take a peek at your cards, Leo. By the way, this is the Wildwood Tarot. I just replaced this deck and slick, slick, slick. These cards are slick. They're slip sliding away. All right, so Leos, on Monday, what you have is the Nine of Vessels showing up in reverse. Nine of Vessels in reverse is just telling me that where instead of being surrounded by generosity and by free flowing energy back and forth with people around you, there's some kind of blockage where things are not flowing very well. I see this a lot of times in offices where people are sort of competing for raises or competing for promotions. They're afraid to share energy with each other. They're afraid to work on projects with each other because they're afraid, somebody's going to get credit for something that I did, and then that's going to make them look good, and then they'll get the next promotion. That type of blockage is what this card generally indicates, that there are people around you, and maybe you're even participating in this energy as well, but things are all blocked up, and it's keeping things from actually happening that could be happening more easily and more effectively and more efficiently, because not everybody is feeling good about working together with each other, and not everybody's really working together with each other fully or without there's just kind of ulterior motives that are keeping things from happening the way that they should. Okay, so Leo, let's look at Tuesday. Here, what we have is our Ten of Vessels card in reverse. This is my card that just says that you are not happy about the way something is going. And when this card comes up, not only are you not happy, you're not happy enough that you're making some changes. You're changing some things to bring that around because you don't want to stay in that unhappy situation or state of being any longer than you have to. Now, looking at Wednesday, we've got the Four of Vessels coming up. To me, this is boredom, and that's actually technically what it's labeled. This is talking about that you're not being utilized to your full potential. You're feeling like you could be doing so much more if somebody would just let you step up to the plate and handle it. All right. So now let's look at Thursday for Leo. You guys have the Great Bear showing up here. And with the Great Bear, that's telling me that there is something that had been put on the back burner, was set aside for a while, and now you're pulling that back out and focusing on that again and making that a priority where before it had been kind of set off to the side. Now, looking at Friday, we have the Otter showing up in reverse. So Leos, what's going on here is you're having a little bit of trouble on Friday and making a decision. And the reason you're having trouble is because your heart is saying one thing and your head is saying another, and they are not agreeing. And that has you kind of flipping back and forth, trying to figure out what is the best thing and not only what is the best decision, but what is the decision that you can live with when you look at yourself in the mirror every day. And so you've got these, logically it makes sense to go this direction, but I don't know if I can handle that emotionally. So you've got that kind of playing out on Friday. And I do think that's going to be, for most of you, it's going to be mostly an inner conflict. Although there are some of you that I'm feeling pretty strongly. You're talking with colleagues about this too and trying to get their input as well. This is, for a lot of you, this is going to be a work decision that you're trying to make. Um, Let's look at Saturday. King of Arrows in reverse for Leos. What's going on here? There's somebody that's in your sphere of influence on Saturday, Leos, that is really having a hard time focusing on the things that they would normally be very focused on. They're kind of the expert at something, and right now they're sort of losing their stuff because they're just not able to focus. And I think that you and this person, as you interact, you're going to be sort of coaching or pep talking them You're going to be encouraging them to help them kind of get their stuff back together. All right. And then on Sunday, we do have the Five of Stones. This is my endurance card. This card actually comes up most commonly for me whenever there's a separation between a couple of people who really would rather be together. So this is about waiting out a situation that you feel like as long as you wait through this, then after a certain amount of time passes or after a certain event happens, then you get your reward. Whether you get that reward is for you to be together with that person that you're separated from, or whether this is about something else that you're waiting for and you're kind of putting up with some stuff while you wait for that trigger event or that trigger time to pass so that you can have the things that you want or have your reward. Either way, this is about that whole wonderful word endurance. I think that's a fascinating word because, it is talking about waiting for the reward, but it's also talking about putting up with some stuff before we get to the reward. All right. So anyway, that is your week, Leos. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I hope to see some of you for private readings here this week, but the rest of you I'll see on the next video. Peace out.